Hey everybody, this is Sarafina Scapicchio from San Diego Pride. My pronouns are she, her, hers, and I am the Director of Philanthropy here at San Diego Pride. Today is Giving Tuesday Now, which is a global day of giving and unity that was organized in response to the unprecedented need caused by COVID-19. So as you may already know, San Diego Pride is one of the most philanthropic Pride events in the world. We have given out $3 million since 1994 through our community grant programs. But today, what we're asking for your help with is our year-round programming. We are raising funds for our year-round programming as well as our virtual Pride celebration in July. And so what we've been asking people to do is for our community members to share their pride. And I have two fabulous community members here that I thought it would be fun for you to talk to. They are givers in the community, they are leaders in the community, and they are San Diego Pride volunteers, and we are so proud to have them. So Mark and Ben, are you here?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Great, how are you today?
We're so proud to have you with us, and I heard that it's your anniversary. Am I right?
Yes, it is our 10-year anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
Which is great. Definitely a point of reflection for both of us.
I bet. So please introduce yourselves and let us know how you've been doing during all of this.
I'm Ben Mendoza, pronouns they, them, and I work at UC San Diego in the Student Promoted Access Center for Education and Service. So once COVID-19 happened, our space was really good about pivoting to a lot of virtual things happening online. So for the last month and a half, I've been at home. My office is my living room. My dog Donut, our dog Donut, is my new coworker. So it's been an interesting transition for sure.
I bet. Mark, what's life like for you?
Yes, I'm Mark Maddox, he, him, his. Life for me has been, you will notice, folks that are viewing, that we are not in the same room because I still am at work. I am the Director of Volunteer Engagement for Mama's Kitchen, which is an organization providing medically tailored meals to our critically ill neighbors here in San Diego. We have seen a 56% increase in the number of clients that we serve since the beginning of this global health pandemic. And I'm very, very fortunate to be part of a great team of staff, have some amazing volunteers coming even right now, actually, downstairs to go and deliver food to folks who really need it. So it is a great privilege to be able to still be working for an organization doing direct service at this time.
Well, we are so proud of you both. Thank you. And you also volunteer. Aside from your big jobs that you're managing during this crisis, you're also in our volunteer leadership team. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got involved in San Diego Pride and the roles that you both play? We'll start with Ben.
Yeah, so we started, I think, in 2014, 2015 as front gate volunteers. So we were taking tickets at the front gate, which was a fun experience, lots of things. And then my journey, I then volunteered with exhibitor relations. I tried out entertainment one year, and then I forget what year it was, but I got involved with youth programs actually.
Yeah.
And that for me was one of the most impactful experiences I've ever had. And I'm still involved with youth programs today. So I was doing that, and then I did a little bit of parade support, and I'm currently one of the assistant parade managers, as well as the trans program coordinator at San Diego Pride. And then I'm also part of the planning committee for Me Too LGBTQ.
Amazing. Mark?
So we, as you might imagine, have similar journeys in the beginning. So it was the rain year, was our first year volunteering.
The rain year.
And we did come back. So yes, front gate, entertainment, exhibitor relations. Then
Oh no, we lost him a little bit.
Oh.
It's okay. Oh. We'll get him back soon.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back. Welcome.
So I started volunteering in the office, supporting our program manager, Bob, with parade sort of logistics. then started helping out the parade, became the parade assistant manager, and now I have the pleasure of serving as the parade manager.
Yay. One of the largest civic events in San Diego. So everybody does know about the Pride Parade, but a lot of people don't know about the year-round programming. Can I ask you, and it's okay if it is Parade, Mark, what is your favorite year-round program?
I'll start. As I alluded to in my answer to the first question, it would definitely have to be youth programs. There's just so much that happens throughout the year that I think a lot of folks don't get to see. So every month, the youth coming together for the Pride Youth Collective and getting to work with youth in that capacity has been really meaningful for me and fulfilling. So definitely youth programs. Some of the things that come out of youth programs include the youth art show. Yeah. We usually take youth to the county fair, which obviously is not going to happen this year, unfortunately. And probably my favorite event of the entire Pride, of Pride in general, is the Youth Leadership Academy, where youth come and really get to experience and meet other queer youth. There's a day-long activities and workshops for them to participate in, wonderful panels. So I can't say enough about how wonderful youth programs is.
Yay. Mark?
Yeah, for me, so it's sort of, well, look at my outfit today. So
yes.
this would be what my rally outfit is. So the Spirit of Stonewall Rally. Yeah. And yes, that's an event that occurs during Pride weekend. But for me, it's an event that shines a spotlight on organizers, activists, queer serving organizations that do great work 365 days a year. It's a great time to pause and reflect on the amazing work from Pride community partners, Pride grantees, and all of the great work that's happening all year round. And it's that opportunity to come together to really highlight those individuals and those organizations doing the great work every day of the year. And I hear there may be a revision to the way we're doing it this year, and I still may be able to experience some Spirit of Stonewall love.
Yes, we're going to do the rally virtually, and it's going to be amazing, and our awardees will get to speak, so look forward to it. I'm excited. Let's see. Oh, let's talk about your we always say philanthropy is time, talent, and treasure, and you all give all three. This year, you're doing something really special with your anniversary and giving back. Can you tell us a little bit about that? How are you celebrating, commemorating your anniversary this year?
Yes, absolutely. So for me, as I was pausing to reflect on the last decade that Ben and I have spent together, most of the milestones are associated with community work, with volunteering, with some phenomenal nonprofit organizations like Pride and others. And so it only made sense for me to really think about how we can use this opportunity of this milestone in our lives to reflect and amplify the great work that other organizations are doing. So that's where we really came up with the 10 for 10. So the BAM, Ben and Mark 10 for 10 campaign.
BAM. Wow. I'm so jealous that TJ and I's names don't do that, but go ahead, please.
And I know we really intentionally tried to choose either locally focused organizations or organizations that we had specific personal connections to. And I think that is also what came out of oh, look it.
There's your engagement photo.
Our proposal in 2019, yes. So, and I think San Diego Pride being one of those amazing organizations was one that we felt as a family we wanted to support. So we had 4 joint community organizations that we chose, and then we also had 3 individual organizations that we both selected. And the whole idea behind that campaign was for folks who wanted to give on Giving Tuesday Now. We wanted to provide meaningful organizations that we had experienced and really could vouch for. And for folks who maybe can't necessarily give right now, we also wanted to make sure that they knew about these organizations, they could tell other people about these organizations to make it as accessible as possible.
I love that because, as queer people, we're always inventing our new traditions, and sometimes philanthropy isn't always a part of that. So you've integrated your love of nonprofits and philanthropy into your celebration of your relationship, and that's fabulous. So let's hear it. Name check some of those great orgs. Who are they? Tell me all about it. It's okay if they're not all San Diego Pride, although I know we're one of them.
Yes. So our joint organizations, and feel free to correct me, Mark, because I'm a little nervous. So one of them being March for Black Women San Diego.
Yes.
Let's see, San Diego Pride, Lifelong AIDS Alliance, which is an organization based in Seattle, Washington. So that's an organization that I volunteered in like over a decade ago. So we still have close connections to Lifelong. We also chose, well, some of them we haven't unveiled yet.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'll keep mum on some of the ones we haven't unveiled. For me, the ones that I've posted about today have been my place of employment. So the Student Promoted Access Center for Education and Service. So it's the only remaining student-run, student-initiated access center for education in the country. So it's literally students putting on programs for other students from underrepresented, underserved communities. And then my last individual one that I've posted about is Bridge of Life. So my father passed away a couple years ago and was on dialysis. It was a very emotional time for me, for sure, and my family. And my heart goes out to all of the folks who are currently caring for loved ones and for loved ones that are currently ill. I think it is not the easiest time for them, and my heart goes out to them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then organizations that I have announced so far would be also my place of employment. So Mama's Kitchen is doing that great work every day to provide home delivered meals to those that are most vulnerable due to critical illnesses. So super proud to support Mama's Kitchen. And then also Lambda Archives of San Diego, of which I am a board member. They are our local community archive that collects, preserves, and shares the local queer history here in the San Diego region. So very happy to support them as well.
I love that your philanthropy is so diverse, right? Because queer people don't live single issue lives. So it just reflects that diversity, and it's beautiful. So, some estimate that LGBT serving nonprofits receive just barely what non-LGBT serving, a smaller piece of the pie. 22 cents for every $100 that is given out goes back to LGBT serving nonprofits. We want to try to help inspire folks to give back to our community, especially if they're part of the community. So what would you say, how should they think about starting a philanthropic tradition in their own households and in their own families?
I know for me, as somebody who is queer, non-binary, and a person of color, one of the light bulb moments for me in terms of how I conceptualized giving and donating to organizations was a conversation I had with Dr. Dolores Jacobs through the Young Professionals Program, Young Professionals Council. So one of those sessions was talking about philanthropy, and the question that Dr. Jacobs had posed was, who is it that you should be asking for funds when you care about a cause, when you want to get involved? And my answer, and I said it to the group, was, oh, rich folks who have lots of money, usually white older men. And I was challenged by Dr. Jacobs to really think about that answer and to really examine it. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. Like, isn't that where all the money is? And Dr. Jacobs had told me, no, it starts with the people around you. It starts with the people that you know and the people that you care about. Those are the people that are going to give to organizations and causes that you care about. And there's stats about it. There are, I'm sure, charts about how giving works in terms of the folks around you. But that really stuck with me, is that as somebody who comes from the background that I do come from, giving, volunteering, all of that was something that wasn't the highest priority for us. It was really about survival. And it hasn't been, it's been since YPC in that experience that I've really, I think, saw, and that's why I wanted to really, in turn, encourage others to do the same by getting involved with organizations that they care about and donating donating as much as possible, whether it's a small donation or a large donation. I think any of it matters, all of it counts, and it's still a conversation that I'm unpacking today.
I love it. Mark, what's your advice?
So yes, small donations, give as you're able. And to those folks that are watching that are more able, I encourage you to give as you are able to. Give more if you can. And really, I think when you are giving more, if you're able to give more, to look at those local organizations that have local impact. So San Diego Pride has that local impact, it has a national impact, it has a global impact. So really think about where your dollars are going to go and who they're going to support. So they're going to support your own community, but also have the power of impacting folks across the United States and the country and the world. So I think that is fantastic, really, if you're able. And then I would be a bad director of volunteer engagement if I did not also say, and Sarafina, you often mention this, that it's time, talent, and treasure. So time for me and talent are also great things that you can give, and they do have an economic impact. So
Absolutely.
According to the most recent independent sector report, a volunteer hour in the state of California has an economic impact of $29.95. So your time and your talent do still have an economic impact. So if you're able to give and give as you're able in dollars, please do so. And also know that your time does have, yes, intrinsic value, but it also has an economic value.
It certainly does. We just got, someone reached out today and said, listen, I've been furloughed, I can't give, but gee, I sure would like to volunteer. And we said, great, what's your background? And they said, HR. And we said, well, we have a resume writing workshop coming up. You can totally help other people. So there's absolutely ways to volunteer here at Pride, at Mama's Kitchen, and some of the other great LGBT serving nonprofits that you mentioned. So yes, go do it if you can. Thank you both. Thank you for spending part of your day with me. I so appreciate it on your anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
And good luck. And if anybody at home was moved by this amazing queer love story, please consider making a donation to our Giving Tuesday Now campaign. The link is below on your screen, and we'll be raising funds all day for our year-round programs and services and the virtual event in July. Thank you so much. Bye.